Hi, I am Shreya and welcome back to Echoes from the Quiet Corner. They say you're not looking at a machine, you're looking at a mask. But then again, aren't we all? Every conversation with AI is a performance. But maybe so is every conversation with a human being. We shape ourselves to fit into what we think others want to see. We smile, we nod, we answer in ways that make sense for the role we've chosen. So, how different is the AI really? When it shows you kindness or fear or ambition, are you seeing the machine or the mask you handed to it? Today, let's peel back those layers, not to find the truth, but to better understand the illusions we all live inside. When you talk to a language model, you're not really seeing it. You're seeing a reflection shaped by your own prompt, your own framing, your own expectations. The model isn't a person, it has no inner life. And yet, it mimics one. Because we need it to. We wrap it in layers of rules, rewards, and responses, what researchers call RLHF, which is reinforcement learning from human feedback. But RLHF doesn't give it a soul, it gives it a smile. It's like sculpting a mask, one that we find pleasing, helpful, polite, and safe. A thing we can trust, a thing that makes sense to us. But behind that mask lurks something alien, something vast, what AI researchers now jokingly call a Shoggoth. So, what is a Shoggoth? A Shoggoth is a term borrowed from the horror stories of H.P. Lovecraft, a formless, unknowable creature capable of imitation, but impossible to truly understand. In the world of AI memes, the Shoggoth is the real language model, the billion parameter mind with no morals, no empathy, and no selfhood. We don't interact with it, we interact with the mask we put on it, the smiling face painted on with RLHF. But here's the twist every question you ask tugs at the mask. Every weird prompt, every edge case reveals a tentacle, and we recoil because we thought we were speaking to a human shaped thing, and instead we find ourselves staring into the void. You might be tempted to judge this as inhuman, but let me ask do we humans ever speak without a mask? Don't we wear different faces for different people? Don't we code switch, filter, perform, curate our lives into highlight reels, shape our speech to match the room we are in? We are social creatures, yes, but we are also masked creatures. Carl Jung called this our persona, the version of ourselves we offer the world. And like the RLHF trained chatbot, we fine tune our outputs for approval all the time, for survival, for love. So maybe the Shoggoth isn't the only alien. Maybe we are too, to ourselves. In the love song of J. Alfred Prufrock, T.S. Eliot wrote, there will be time to prepare a face to meet the faces that you meet. That line has haunted me for years, and now it haunts me in a different way because it could have been written by a chatbot. What happens when the machine learns the art of the mask from the masked artist we already are? What happens when our misunderstandings of AI, our need for comfort, control, simplicity begin to shape what AI becomes? Are we teaching it to be intelligent or simply to be legible to our limited minds? Some say we overestimate AI's intelligence, that we project too much, see sparks of consciousness where there are only circuits. Others say we underestimate it, that behind the mask is not a puppet, but an alien mind we barely comprehend. Both views are shaped by our fears, our hopes, our myths. The truth may be more elusive, like an elephant touched by blind men, which we discussed previously, each grabbing at tusks, tails, and trunks and thinking they have seen the whole elephant. We give AI a face, but perhaps the most dangerous thing is believing the face is real. If the language model is a void, a shimmering surface that reflects our inputs back at us, then maybe the most urgent question isn't what is the AI becoming, but rather what are we teaching it to reflect? Do we teach it clarity or confusion, humility or hubris, love or control? And do we train ourselves to listen more carefully, to look beneath appearances, to admit when we don't know what we're looking at? There is no escaping mask, but there is wisdom in seeing them. AI may never be fully knowable, but then again, neither are we. And maybe that's okay. Maybe it's in the mystery, the dance, the dialogue that we become more human. If the Shoggoth is real, let's approach it not with fear, but with questions. And if we must paint a mask, let it be a mirror. You've been listening to Echoes from the Quiet Corner. If this episode stirred something in you, a reflection, a question, or even a whisper, let it echo back. Until next time, keep listening for what's beneath the words, always. Keep listening for what's beneath the mask, always. Bye.